John Higgins now 40 years of age, but playing as well as ever. He's won 3 ranking titles this season. This year, rather.
And I think, Clive, after that victory by John in Shanghai just 10 days ago, he said in his press conference after it that he's rarely, if ever, played that well throughout the whole of a tournament. I think he said he played one bad mini session against Michael Holt, I think, in the earlier rounds, but that apart, it was as good as ever.
He also remarked that sometimes throughout his long career he'd gone 2 or 3 years without winning an event, and then had a winning streak, and he sees no reason why his winning streak shouldn't continue. Not that he's winning every tournament that he plays in, and in fact in Bulgaria last weekend he was absolutely slaughtered 4-0 by Mark Williams, who turned in an inspired performance in a relatively early round.
So the first half mistake from Ali Carter. Tried to be aggressive with the safety, get the reds open, but he's pushed one over the right corner. I say, first half chance to John.
Well, it's sometimes quite difficult to hold a ball positionally off a thin edge. But he feels that he should have potted it, whatever, as indeed he should have done.
Yeah, he just had to play it with a hint of check side, didn't he? I think that's what caused him to miss it. Anyway, an unexpected visit to the table. He didn't expect to be back so soon, I'm sure. Very clean, nice little settler that for Ali. Cued that beautifully. Decent kiss in the blue. Should be able to reach it.
A good start is always desirable, but the shorter the match, the more desirable it is. And these first round matches are only best of 7. I was actually talking earlier in the week to a friend of mine, Neil Tompkins, who's recently started working for a sports statistics company, and although his findings are provisional, he thinks that people will be surprised how important the first frame is in any snooker match, whether it be best of 7, best of 9 or longer. He believes that well over 50% of matches are won by the player who wins the opening frame.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's not something that players really would think about. They tend to think of it as a match as a whole. But, as you say, these best of 7s, vital to get off to a good start. Yeah, I think Ali, the red to right corner here, he's hoping to be straight in it, but he's just off straight, as you can see. Oh, that's fantastic. Demonstration of his cue power as well as control.
Perfectly controlled stun run through via the cushion, because the black wouldn't go in the right corner.
Yeah, he'll be keen as mustard today, Ali, I think. Neil mentioned in the studio beforehand about last year when he suffered a heavy defeat here to Neil Robertson after all the sort of pomp and ceremony of his return to the game. But I think it'll be all business this year, Clive.
Yes, he's had time to get over all that. He's had, as everyone knows, 2 serious skirmishes with cancer, but he's been given the all clear, so he can just concentrate on his snooker and hopefully get his ranking back up where it should be. He did have a protected seeding for part of last season, but that's not the same as having ranking points in the bag, and he's sunk down to 28th, which is far lower than he should be. Happy with that, forcing through other balls.
Well, if his first half a dozen shots or so are anything to go by, he looks bang in form today, Ali Carter, hitting the ball beautifully.
And he's got that naturally brisk, bustling style. Good to watch when he's going well. And can also grind it out if he has to. Paul Collier is on refereeing duty this afternoon. And John Higgins still paying the price for missing the thin cut on the red, which let Carter in for this contribution. Had to be careful on that because he was the wrong side of the blue with the previous shot and had to leave the pot at middle distance. Not straight, so can't get through for black off that red.
Yeah, that's worked out even better, pushing the red top side of the blue. position-wise, he's got them right where he wants them. You'd have to fancy him to clinch the frame here.
$51.
Peter Ebden is here in an advisory capacity to Ali Carter, as he was at the World Championship last
52.
spring.
Another example of just how well he's hitting the cue ball
59.
this afternoon. That's twice he's played that black last few shots, and he's executed both of them to perfection.
60.
Just the black then. One more red, and it'll be the opening frame to the Englishman.
$67.
Just one mistake from the Scot, and it's cost him the frame.
68.
And at this level, it's all about sending your opponent messages, especially early on in the match. And John Higgins, being the player that he is, he'll have gotten this message loud and clear that Ali Carter's looks in tip-top
73.
form this afternoon.
Time. 74. $81. $82. $89. $90.
Precise positional shot required for the remaining red.
$95. $96. $101. $103.
No reason why this century shouldn't be developed into a total clearance.
$106.
He was a little thin on the green to hold with the orthodox positional shot, but he accomplishes the desired position via several cushions.
110. 115. $121.
Wonderful start from Carter, this. A total clearance of 128, and he leads John Higgins by a frame to 0.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions and the opening match in Group 1 featuring John Higgins and Ali Carter. Carter took the opener as we pick up the action in the second. Commentary from Alan McManus and Clive Everton.
That little kiss on the blues did him a favour as well.
If there's no return to baulk, Carter will be looking for a containing shot. And the attempted containing shot has gone badly wrong.
One. Eight. Nine.
Almost like a little practice routine the way these reds are. But John, being the player that he is, will play every shot for 2 or 3 reds. No one better. The art of break building.
Yes, it's nice to play into an area to leave a choice.
$17.
Although the player doesn't always have to do that.
$24. $25.
Looks like awkward bridging for black, so pink may be preferred.
Yeah, pink's going to go out of commission here, just against the blue, but shouldn't be a major problem for John. Don't think he can play in black
31.
this time, but shouldn't be a problem playing for baulk colour. In fact, if he screwed into the pink, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Probably just screw past it. Choice of brown or green.
32. $35.
So Higgins made a mistake on a thin cut red in the opening frame and didn't get another shot.
36.
Carter bungled his break-off shot in the second frame, and he may not get another shot.
Yeah, landing straight in that black seems to be catching, doesn't it? Ali Did this very same thing 3 times in that
43.
opening frame. He cued each one of them perfectly. It's just giving John a little bit more to do here. This is missable. Tricky little red to left middle.
John Higgins, 43.
So not past the post yet. Overcut.
Yeah, it was a half chance, wasn't it? He'll be disappointed there because John's going to look to try and push this black ball, hopefully safe. Yeah, didn't manage that, still in the open. That suits Ali Carter, obviously.
It doesn't suit him so much to be playing from the ball cushion.
Foul. John Higgins, 4.
Much more comfortable shot for Higgins from the balk line rather than the balk pocket jaws.
Always thinking, John Higgins, quite deliberately pushing that red back across to the right side cushion. And he's carved himself out a decent chance of this mid-range red that if it goes in automatically will be on the black, and that would be frame over.
One. Eight.
So just one more red would be enough for Higgins to clinch the frame.
Nine.
Having nilled Higgins in the opening frame, it looks as if
16.
Carter is himself going to be nilled in this one.
17. $24. 25.
Unlucky with the positional cannon.
32.
It looked as if he would bring all 3 reds out.
John Higgins 32 on the frame.
But that's only of academic interest. Without his opponent potting a ball in the second frame, John Higgins has levelled the match at 1-1.
Welcome back to the Group 1 match in the Champion of Champions tournament between Higgins and Carter. All level in the opening 2 frames before Higgins took the third. He followed that up by winning the fourth to take a 2-frame lead. This is now the 5th. Higgins back at the table. Commentary from Clive Everton and Alan McManus.
Now this is a big shot. This red goes in. You'd feel it'd be on the black. Oh, surprised he played it at pace. I thought he would have played that. You know, he could have played for the black in the opposite corner. Decided to be firm with it. Not like him to miss those.
No, it isn't. But maybe he thought that there was less chance of going wrong positionally from the right-hand side of the table, whereas there was a possible red that could have blocked his black ball position from the left-hand side.
That's very good. He's unlucky if he's not on the green. I think he's just about on it. I think that shot tells us that, as I said before, he's just going to have a go at anything he gets a glance at, Ali. This is a tough one again when you've been frozen out. Takes good cue in this. Fancy him to be up for the job though. Yeah, it's better. We seen yesterday, didn't we? 3-1. Sounds a big lead, but in a best of 7, surprising how many matches turn round from there.
5.
Carter's head-to-head record against Higgins is not that encouraging. 3 wins, 9 defeats. But every match is different.
Nine.
Yeah, that was well played. Always gives you a little bit of confidence. He's done in a, well, not long, but it was a mid-distance straight red. Nice sound as well, hitting the back of the leather. On the pocket that is, obviously. And a good chance now.
Eighteen. 24.
Oh dear, is he even on this red? I think he must be. Having a little... Well, I think he feels like he had a big bounce off the side cushion, I think, Clive.
Yes, may have been that.
$25. 32. 33. 40. 41.
Should win the frame at this visit, and if he does, it could help him pick up some momentum for the next frame.
Oh, he's had another huge bounce. My goodness, that took off. Can't believe it.
48.
Here's the springy bounce. It came off the cushion faster than it went on.
Yeah, does nothing for the confidence either. Not your own confidence in the table I'm talking about. It does happen. At least he's still on, well, he's on both reds. Probably playing the one to right corner. But this is missable. It's a bit thinner than it looks on our screen. Oh, that's well played. Good recovery. Deserved that.
49. $56. 57.
That's a poor shot. The pink doesn't go to right centre. Should never have been this high in the black. Not the tallest of lads, Ali, so this will be a shot with a rest. Just when he was getting close to the point of leaving John Deed and Snookers as well. He's given himself a bit to do here. Just about reach it.
$64.
Higgins is resigned to losing this frame.
$65.
This pink is in fact a frame ball, but Higgins could see what was coming, barring accidents.
if that magnificent 1-2-8 break Ali made in the
71.
opening frame was all good cueing and sweet striking, this has been hard graft, this contribution.
72.
It's got him back in contention though. And as I suggested earlier, he might pick up momentum from this.
$78. 79. $86.
Now come on Ali, give us another one of those sweet strikes that you were making all through that first frame, and you'd fancy another century.
87.
That was what you wanted, Alan.
$92. 93.
Carter started the week on 192 career centuries. So following his 128 in the opening frame today.
97. 99.
This should take him to 194.
102.
A total which includes a 147 in the 2008 World Championship.
106. 111. 117. 124.
And with that break of 124, Ali Carter reduces his arrears to 3-2 and gets back into contention.
Welcome back to this Group 1 match between John Higgins and Ali Carter. Higgins dominated the early exchanges before Carter came back into it. After 5 frames, the gap is down to 1. This is now the 6th. Commentary from Alan McManus and Clive Everton.
Very dodgy safety. Cannoning a second ball.
Ali Carter 4.
Is he saved by the blue?
No, I don't think he is. His expression tells it all now. This is a huge shot. Fancy him to knock it in. Yellow's waiting as an option. He'd love to be on the pink.
One.
But even low in the blue, you'd take that any day of the week. So here we go. If we can drop on a red, be a frame and match winning opportunity.
Six.
Yeah, I think he'll go topside for the blue this time. If he played for the pink, he'd be tying the pink up. So that's clever playing for blue.
7.
Just overcooked it though. I don't think John really wanted to be playing the yellow here, but obviously the pot's an absolute certainty. Position isn't though. He may decide to almost play a cannon around about the reds just south of the pink spot area and just hope he's on one. That's why he's played it with that kind of pace. But harder would have been better. This looks, well, looks like he's on nothing. Unless the red nearest the pink will cut back to right corner. It's end of break.
9.
Yeah, just about will go, I think. Not sure if he has all of the pocket.
John Higgins, 9.
Didn't even get it in the jaws. Well, Higgins doesn't usually have much trouble getting over the line if he has a winning opportunity, but he looks somewhat ill at ease at the moment.
Tell you what, if he knocks this in, every credit, because he has an easy attacking safety that he can play, but he's going all guns blazing here. Huge risk attached to this if he plays for pink to right middle. And it could be his last shot of this match, Clive.
Yes, debatable whether that was the right shot, because Higgins has shown himself in the last half hour or so to be a bit uncertain, and in those circumstances the last thing you want to do is give the struggling player an easy chance. At the worst, make him work for them.
And as you commented a few moments ago, Clive, he's usually deadly when in a match-winning position. John Higgins, I just can't see him making any mistakes from here. Just 3, possibly 4 more reds. Put him in tonight's group final.
$14. $15.
Yes, that would be against the winner of the other afternoon match between Michael White and Joe Perry.
$21. $22.
No problem being straightish in this pink. Both of those reds around the black spot will go to right corner.
Carter has made 2
28.
centuries this afternoon, 128 and 124. But the rest of his game has been
29.
patchy.
And this is match ball.
$34.
Of course, I said that. Of course, he needs this red, but he won't be missing that one.
35.
Carter played a venturesome pot when he could have played safe, and gave Higgins the ideal match clinching opportunity.
41.
And Higgins has put all his mistakes of the last half hour or so behind him to seize that opportunity.
42.
With this break of 40 plus.
$45. 46. 50. 52. 55. 59. 64.
Carter made 2 centuries, but hasn't done much besides. Higgins' performance dropped away in the closing stages of the match, but he reasserted himself and wins by 4 frames to 2.
So at the end of 6 frames, John Higgins emerges with the win. His long pot in